Alrighty then, let's get to it. AB did an interview with the Porterway podcast. It wasn't too long. I have a video coming about it yet tomorrow. I'm gonna talk a little bit more tomorrow about also Crawford pay-per-view numbers and stuff. So we're gonna spit on that real quick. We got a storm coming, so I'm trying to get ahead of the sticks with this storm coming and shit. So just in case the power be out a couple of days, I have some content for y'all. I ain't gotta rush and try to throw no content out there. I already had something out there. So sometimes I say 2 days ahead of time. Sometimes if I get in the groove where I'm working, I'm in a good rhythm. Cool. But yeah, so I ain't got to go to Starbucks or hotel internet or whatever per se. But yeah, man, y'all see, we're gonna talk about 8B. Exactly what he said in the Porterway podcast. Appreciate y'all for being here. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Chris Chance get notifications. We go live or drop video. So yeah, I was in here like just on the road and in here trying to knock out as many videos as possible. Thursday I think it said it's gonna be rain, and then it's gonna turn to ice on Friday, and then wind's gonna be high on Friday. So already preparing, how it goes. So yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Donald Banks. Shout out to 704 Joe. So, I ain't gonna hold y'all up no more. Adrien Broner said that he basically said that that they was trying to pretty much, make him fight one of the top guys over there for a decent check, so that's kind of was the issue. And I feel like what I'm kind of getting from it is that he probably would have just it sounded like he pulled out an Omar Figueroa fight by design. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where I got from it, that he pulled out in that fight by design. Said money wasn't good enough. They was paying. He said he said they wanted him to go fight one of the killers over there, monsters at PBC for a big check. And he said BOK Prime came in and paid him triple that. Just to fight Red Cash, and they allow him to pick his opponent. So they allowed him to pick his opponent. He said Kevin Cunningham made a call and put it in play. He said, Kevin Cunningham didn't like the way. Shout out to Kev, real solid dude. Ain't no higher honor than that. He said he put it in play. He said that that PBC wasn't treating him right, and I don't use StreamYard. So yeah, I don't use StreamYard. It's trash. This is way better. But shout out to you though. But yeah, he said Kevin Cunningham, he put the play together, made a call, and I don't know if some money was exchanged to Al Heyman for the contract, whatever it was. But he said Kev made the call and said that he need to be sitting around. And he right, AB one of them dudes to sit around, get bored, get in trouble. So but at the end of the day, he basically said that with some broken promises over there. That was they basically it was funny over there. Hold on. He basically said it was at the funny over there, and all the speculation that that people getting when it comes to talking about they fight once a year because they got a lot of money over there. That's simply not true. That's simply not true. Hold on. That's simply not true. Hold on. See if we can kind of, I don't know what's going on over here. Here we go. So here we go.
Yeah.
Oh man. Hey, AB, can we negotiate right now? My name is Anthony Broner, so it's an AB. How much would you sell the initials for? I need that.
I'm never selling it.
This thing.
AB, what's good with you, man? How you feeling, boss?
What up, Sean? What's good? What up with it?
You told me you was at the gym. What's going on with you?
Shit, I'm chilling. I'm watching these damn Bengals blow the money.
Yeah, you know how I go.
No, I don't.
Nah, but I mean, like on the fight tip, you told me you was at the gym training, been working hard. What's next?
Man, I've been working my ass off, man. I got the type of contract I got, man. They ain't giving out nowadays in this sport of boxing.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
These guys is taking these tough ass fights, getting that small ass money. Man, they done gave me, man. I'm just blessed.
Yes,
And
sir.
I'm thankful, and I'm ready to put on the show.
You got Ray Cash in what, February?
Yeah, February.
Oh, they got you Red Cash.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In Atlanta.
I didn't know. I had no clue who they were gonna match you up with.
Yeah.
You fought in Atlanta before, right?
No.
Oh, it's your first time. You seen what Tank did down there?
Man, Tank shit went crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, AB, it's Black History Month too, bro.
Yeah.
Just throw it out there.
Hey, it's gonna be crazy. Everything right.
Who you got bringing you out?
Man, I can't say
I just thought you were dropping on us.
I'm happy you're back.
Man.
You're one of they know.
Hey, this is your biggest fan.
There's fighters.
This is your biggest fan.
Like AB, you know, there's athletes that you're just gonna defend forever.
Man.
Like, that's just your guy. You're my guy.
Right.
Yeah.
You're my guy. So anytime AB comes up, I'm always rooting for you. So I'm glad you're smiling, man. I hope you're feeling well.
Man, hey man, I will not let you down in February, brother.
I always say when a fighter at our point in our or your point in your career, a little bit further along than everybody else, there's always something that needs to be done a little different than you've done previously. So what is it that you're doing different now that you hadn't been doing before?
Cutting out and weeding out a lot of the things that I really didn't need. You
don't need the beard.
You would know. You will understand.
You don't need the beard
because,
you don't need the beard. Only cut.
Nah, chill. Nah.
He said, I never want to see my chin again.
But I'm saying, in our sport, and when you get to this type level, you let so much things just ride on, even though if it's really not good for you, or So what I did, I'm like, man, fuck everything. This time around, it is strictly about me and my family, and that's the way I'm going at it, and everything been going great.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Just a simple change in the mindset kind of sets the tone, and the tempo for everything else.
How'd you end up with BLK Prime? That kind of came out of nowhere for a lot of people.
It was crazy. Shit. Well, I got a coach who's just not a coach. Kevin Cunningham. He's more than just a coach, and things was going on in boxing, PBC and all. So from the inside, you can see things going on and things get shady. So it's like, all right, now it's time to go find some different money.
Yeah.
So he made a call, and in 3 days it happened.
That's what I say about Coach Cunningham. He's one of those coaches out there that actually earns their paycheck. And I'm not knocking any coaches out there, but there's some coaches that go above, beyond, do way more than what's required to make sure that their fighter is happy, make sure that their fighter is taken care of. And from day one, Coach Cunningham has always treated us like that. So I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah. He went. He was like, man, because what they was trying to do, he's not a coach that can just sit back and be like, all right, I take this because I gotta take this. He's like, oh hell no. Nah.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta take that. Not in your you still in a great spot in your career, and they ain't moving you right. So we gonna do something that fit more for you, and that's what he did. And BLK Prime came along, and man,
he set you off, man. You look happy too, man. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
On that.
I mean, just think, right? You get a guy, right? No disrespect to Al and BBC and Espinosa and them, but they like, all right, the type money you want, you got to go in there and fight Godzilla. Well, we gonna pay you, but you got to fight Godzilla. Then you got a guy like, all right, we'll pay you triple that, and you can pick whoever the fuck you want to fight.
Yeah.
So you heard him. That's just one part. Shout out to the Portaway podcast, Sean, AB, and then Carson. So love the show. All right. So you heard what he said. He said they wanted him to go fight Godzilla, and and BLK Prime said, we give you triple, that, and you can fight who you want to fight. Now he gonna continue to go in even worse, so let's let him go.
What? That's unheard of.
You feel like
And well, hold on, wait. There's more. And see, this what people don't know. I'm gonna let it out the bag. This is my nigga Sean. I love Sean.
Exclusive. Where?
So this what people don't see. And you get 40% of your pay-per-view buys.
Yeah. I heard about that.
What?
I heard about that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Unheard of.
People don't understand, but that's on another note. Go ahead, Zatel.
I was gonna ask about something else, but
and guess what, Sean? Hold on, Sean. And then another thing is, not only you get 40%, but you get 40% on that Monday.
Ooh. Okay.
Not no 6 months. We gotta wait till the numbers come in. Not no eight. Not no year.
Yeah. I'm familiar.
Monday.
I'm familiar.
You heard Sean say, I'm familiar. I told y'all, man, all people got mad at Bob, Karate Body Salute. They said you got people that got mad at Bob, but they all do the same thing. He said, so it's like, yeah, I can do that. I just don't want to have nobody on right now. Karate Body Salute. He said, bro, Sean even agreed. That's wild. Of course, he going through the same thing. Hey, Super Fun Master G, salute. Ricky, salute. Johnson, salute. Oh, shout out to the World Boxing News for the thumbnail. Charles Lee Ray, see, I be rolling when you make videos of Bob Arum and Regis. Should be having me laughing all day. You keep up good work. Appreciate it. Yeah, I had a few niggas down. I have a few good people down in New Orleans, man. I know, man. New Orleans, no niggas is super solid, bro. Like I told y'all, BG was, when I was came home from school, 9 or 10, somewhere in there, BG was, lived in my hood, bro. Like not far from here at all. BG lived in my neighborhood. No bullshit. You see BG in his Hummer. On Schoolcraft, real talk. Real talk. I first moved over back to Schoolcraft. He would be in the hood. You see BG at the gas station. You see BG at the park or driving up the street. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Got a real super good dudes from New Orleans, bro. Like I said, I ain't really mess with too many chicks from New Orleans though. But real solid dudes. Real good dudes down there, bro. Ricky E, salute. 6 months to a year. Al Heyman be holding their money for that time. He paid them in increments. Excuse me. He paid them in increments. I told y'all, man. He said in order for him to get a good payday, that he had to go fight Godzilla. Who y'all think he was talking about Godzilla? Probably Earl Spence. Because ain't nobody at 140. Why are you going to triple it up unless it's Tank? Who at one? Who? It had to be somebody like Earl Spence. Keith Thurman. It had to be somebody like that. Shit, they might have want to throw him in there with Charlo. Being boxing news. Salute. What's going on? Jamal Berry. What's going on? You stayed in? No. BG stayed up in Detroit for a while after that Hurricane Katrina. I went to school with a few dudes who kind of, they kind of stayed there and they stayed in Mobile. You had son that moved to Houston. But yeah, I'm familiar. We click. I ain't not click with too many people, dude. Like honestly, dog. When you genuine. And you solid, you solid. If you ain't solid, you ain't solid. I really don't have a bunch of fallout with people. Like, if it was a big fallout, shit, they was probably on some whole shit. What about Tank and Broner and BLK Prime? They ain't letting Tank fight nowhere but with Al Heyman. I think allegedly he just read up, but let's keep going.
That's what's up.
Hey, Adrien, so by Wednesday, everything clear.
My boy hyped about it
Everything's
too.
clear by Wednesday?
Look at him.
Okay.
Look at
He
him.
saying yeah. He's saying yeah.
Hey, man, I can't wait.
Hey, AB, I was gonna ask you about something totally different than that, but now I kind of want to follow up on that. And appreciate you being so honest with us about the situation. With first of all, do you think that kind of business model, it's good in the beginning? Will that be able to be sustainable?
And then his problem.
And then with
problem. And then his problem.
Huh?
Ain't his problem.
It's not. No, hell no, it's not his problem. Get your money. Yeah, but
It's not my problem. I know I'm gonna do my job.
Yes, sir.
And as long as I do my job, everything gonna be good, man.
Yeah, and just on that, with fighters want to be more active, fans want to see them more active. What's the compromise that's got to be made between the fighters and what do the fighters got to do to make it happen? What do the promoters got to do to make it happen?
Man, first of all, the fighters got to get a real promoter, cause I ain't put like I said, I don't want to down talk Al Heyman and the way he run his business because he changed my life.
Because even Eddie and Bob, their top guys only fight twice a year too, so it's a process.
Now pay attention how Sean Zazelle, and I like Sean. I met him in Vegas, trying to kind of like keep up for PBC, trying to stay, trying to, you know what I'm saying.
But what they doing to us fighters is fucked up. Like, you got to think, Charlo he's a unified world champion. He ain't fought in 18 months.
I think you're talking about Jamal Charlo. He ain't unified though.
Like, these are good years off their career that they can be busy, and it's like, I go get a deal where I'm fighting 3 times in 1 year, guaranteed 8 figures, like unheard of.
Hey, AB, is it my problem if coming from a fighter's perspective, if I'm making, let's say, $5 million, and like you said, I can fight whatever, and you want to pay me less to fight a killer? At the end of the day, it's about taking care of my family and friends and people like that. Is, the fans gonna be upset, but at the end of the day, it's about taking care of you first.
Man, hey, in this boxing thing, what a lot of people don't know, this is the loneliest sport in the world, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like we the only ones that really got to deal with all of the real problems. Like, once that door closed, nobody there behind you.
Mm-hmm.
You the only one walking in that ring. You the only one taking these shots. You the only one cutting this weight like this. You the only boxing is the loneliest sport in the world.
All right, that's enough. But at the end of the day, he signed up for it. That's what you signed up for. Hate to break it to him. I mean, we can complain about it, but that's what you signed up for. You know what I'm saying? When you have a kid, you can't sit here and complain. Oh man, I gotta take care. He gotta need diapers every day. That motherfucking kid eat like a damn a grown ass man. I mean, that's what you signed up for. You got a long opportunity. You got a long premeditated decision in order to keep playing. Keep boxing. His brother said, his twin said, "Oh hell no, I'm out of here." But the money at PBC is funny. I mean, I keep telling y'all that the structure is funny. It's just a non-disclosure agreement. That's the difference. People could talk about what happened with Don King and what happened with Bob Arum, what happened with Gary Shaw, Lou Duva, Kathy Duva, Ten Goosen, whoever it may be. People could talk about that. When the dudes say, man, just thinking about what would make you sign one of them contracts. I remember Earl Spence said not too long ago, he don't even think he got a signing bonus. And I'm just thinking, like, dog, you don't even think what made you sign the contract? And I guess you heard what Terence Crawford said. He said, Al Heyman, you don't really hear another man say this about another man. He said he's very charming. Cold word, he can talk. I remember there was a dude that sold Madden ebooks, right? And one of my dudes say, he kind of sent me this videos. He said, you see why people buy the book? He's very engaging, and look at the way he talking and stuff of that nature. And you can win an interview, you can win a business deal. Shit, you can win some pussy without spending a dime. Just by talking. Pastors do it every Sunday. Shit, every day pastors do it. Think about that for a minute. Every Sunday, pastors, you know, their congregation are a majority of women. Ask yourself why. They do it every Sunday. The tongue is very powerful, bro. If you know how to talk and engage people, you sound good, you can sell anything. You can sell the good word. You can sell a vacuum you can sell a candle that may not smell that good. You know, it's called marketing and promotion. You heard him. He said they need a real promoter. AB just said they need a real promoter. Why is that? You got to ask yourself, why do they need a real promoter over there? I thought they was their own promoters. You know who David Grimes is? He played at Notre Dame with my bro. 058. He was from Detroit. Said he would always run into BG2. Yeah, I don't know who that is per se, but he ain't lying. Always. Sean Porter saying I'm familiar, trying to cut off, but agree at the same. I mean, yeah, that's interview tactics. Like, I ain't trying to get Big Al call me and say, take this shit down. You in contract, you in violation of your contract. Nah, I feel him. Tannehill out for the rest of the season. Yeah. You know, Nick Dice salute. I mean, that's just the game. A word, you know, the tongue, you know, that's why it is you approach a woman, dude, like, it's confidence. You know what I'm saying? Women can be emotionally manipulated with words, bro. You like, damn, how that ugly nigga get her ass? That's why I say it make it a lot easier when you got jewelry or, you know, rings, of course. You know what I'm saying? Make it a little easier when you drunk or whatever, of course. But if you really like that, you know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga go out there with a fucked up haircut, you know, just, you know, off the work fit or whatever, you can do it. But, you know, the words is powerful. And then when, you know, kind of putting it together with Terence Crawford, said, well, he charming, you know, it sounds good, but I wasn't going for the bullshit. Maybe if Terence Crawford didn't have as many years in dealing with Bob and Matterdorf Sports and different guys, maybe he will fall for the same thing. What you think about Errol Spencer? He didn't get a signing bonus. He don't remember getting a signing bonus. He said, I think he said him and his dad. If I'm not, you know, if I remember correctly, sat down with Al and they talked about saving and retirement and all this. They talk about retirement and all this shit, dude. And it's gonna be very interesting when these dudes at the end of their career, if they still got money. A lot of these dudes is 1 second. A lot of these dudes is, you know, borrowing money. A lot of these shoes get they fight check, and Al Heyman getting a big chunk out of the fight check because they only fighting once a year. So like you get that advance from Al Heyman. Remember, people was blasting Bob Arum from giving Manny Pacquiao advances and putting high interest on the advances. Al Heyman do the same shit. I see niggas talking about how, you know, they made these real estate investments on Twitter and shit and on the internet. Now they made smart investment, but they borrowed the money from Al Heyman. They're in a hole with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you be like, well, I got $5 million check coming. Well, you know, I borrowed $500K. I borrowed $100K or $50K from Al. He's super duper taxing that. He probably putting over 100% tax on some of that shit, real talk. But in your contract, most of their contracts, you heard what Floyd Schofield said, what's his name? Kid Austin Daddy said. You know, I heard somebody on the internet got mad at him and started talking about his pops and shit. You know, it's when they start speaking on PBC, you know, a lot of niggas get mad and like a lot of these niggas don't even be getting paid by PBC for their opinion. That's the crazy shit about it. But somebody got mad at his dad and said whatever they said about him. I really didn't pay attention. But he was exposed and talking about it wasn't no guarantee for them to fight, not even once a year. We had to fight when they say fight. They had intellectual property, control over the intellectual property, probably control. Obviously, that's logos and all types of stuff. They controlled that, and people got mad. Imagine if this was BOK Prime going around saying, well, they didn't pay Crawford, and Crawford didn't put the numbers in hypothetically, so we couldn't pay Crawford the agreed amount. Let's just say it was some shady about BOK Prime. You know how many niggas would be live right now? Niggas be at work live. People be you know, Bible school. What you call that? The church. They be having church on Wednesday, whatever. I forget what they call it. they'd be live from the church talking shit about them. But AB get to exposing PBC, they be quiet. My thing is this: if they are paying these dudes for their opinions, or having a credential to these fights is that important, these niggas ain't getting no money, bro. Real talk, these niggas ain't getting no money, bro. Come on. You get to go in the same interview room with everybody else. Like, bro, you can go buy a ticket. Go to the hotel room. You can go buy a ticket. And nigga told them they need a real promoter, and they do. And he playing, somebody called and told me he playing TGB all them Samson promotion. Them niggas ain't really eating like that, bro. He playing them too. They say Al Heyman keep them niggas fed enough just to keep coming back. That's what somebody told me personally a few weeks ago, about a month and so ago. He said Al Heyman, he said they be using some of the trainers to, get, local talent to fill out the card, and they be playing the local promoters, don't be paying the local promoters and shit like that, and using them and then dropping them. They said he keep everybody fed enough around him just to kind of keep coming back. That's why the ship's so leaky, bro. This is why they leak out with, I don't know, Al Heyman just doesn't want to make the Terence Crawford fight. That's what I heard from PBC years ago. Come on, man. One of his closest confidants, man, was losing properties and losing businesses and closing his boxing gym and shit down. This square business, bro. This real talk. This nigga really run his business like a drug business. You ever seen In Too Deep? That's Al Heyman. How LL Cool J character was just feeding them young niggas enough just to remain loyal, and how Omar Epps character came in and said, well, I can have them have them turn on, LL Cool J character like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what Al Heyman doing. TGB, Samson Boxing, ain't nobody pulling up off Al Heyman. Ain't nobody coming up off Al Heyman. Al Heyman coming off everything. He feed them niggas just enough, just to get by, and just to keep. Where else you gonna go? Where else you gonna go in the sport of boxing? AB ain't lying, bro. It ain't the fighters that's just getting paid. It's local promoters when they go to these cities who getting played. They're using some of these trainers to go get these local promoters and local fighters to come get played. TGB, Samson Boxing, they ain't eating. They just getting by. Everybody follow Floyd Lee, not knowing anything about Al Heyman. He got taken advantage of, Chuck. Go read what 50 Cent said about Floyd. About Floyd and Al Heyman. He said this dude didn't have no accountant in place, no business manager in place. Why? And if he did have an accountant and business manager in place, they was going to be in Al Heyman back pocket. And Floyd Mayweather didn't have the common sense or the business savvy enough to have somebody audit their accountant. That's what you do. You got to have somebody come in and audit your accountant. He just trusted Al Heyman because guess what? He ain't got no other choice. None. Is it Sam and his boys, the promoters? No, ain't no promoters. TGB, Samson Boxing, Mayweather Promotions. Those are the two main promotions. Mayweather don't be promoting shit. Bro, going Super Saiyan 4, keep teaching them, bro. Like, it's true. Like, none of these dudes is happy, bro. Al Heyman keep them niggas just fed enough. And Deontay Wilder, if you really listen to their interviews, bro, you ever watch Spy Kids when they play the song backwards and they really crying for help? If you really pay attention to what these fighters saying, bro, Deontay Wilder just tell niggas? He said the only way to have money is to invest. No, it's not to fuck with Al Heyman. You're going to have a lot of money. Only reason Deontay Wilder say he financially said he could walk away from the sport of boxing is not because he with Al Heyman. He said the only reason the only way that you can walk away from this sport with some money is to invest your money. That's what Deontay just been saying, right? Leading up to the Lennox fight. He said the only way that you can walk away with this sport with your money is just to invest your money. Not fuck with Al, not, take your signing bonus or take your check and and save it. He said, only way you're gonna have money in this game is to invest your money. That's it. Heyman has pulled off the biggest scam in boxing. Exactly. And don't be surprised if he don't disappear and go rogue. I'm telling you, dude. He lucky, man. These niggas ain't no real street niggas, dog. Only person that's close to a real street nigga out of PBC is Devontae Davis. His homeboys went looking for Al Heyman. He the only ones. Because he would, man, come on, man. Somebody would have been put that tech to Al Heyman head. They been put our favorite gun. They would have been put that Draco to Al Heyman head. Trust and believe me. Trust and believe me. Support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Trust and believe me, bro. This ain't shit I gotta make up. This ain't even shit I seek, bro. I don't seek no dirt on none of these niggas. I don't seek no dirt on what people say about Earl Smith's Crocs and I can care less. I don't give a fuck. I'm just giving you what people give to me. I'm just sharing that to y'all. Y'all can do what y'all want to do with it. I can care less. Honestly, I'm at the point in boxing where I can care less. You know, you wish some of these brothers the best in their endeavors and moving forward in their career and all that, but come on. I can check me out on Amazon Music too. This will be on there in the morning, about lunchtime tomorrow. Spence should not be trying to block a fight with Crawford Charlo because PBC needs the high price money, right? Who's the higher price Crawford with anyone PBC? They don't. It ain't Spence blocking that. It's Al Heyman blocking it. Al Heyman told Spence, well, you know, he can't have it. It's gonna make you look bad. I'm telling you, it ain't Spence. Spence don't have no power to block shit over there. That's Al Heyman, bro. He don't. And somebody told me that he don't like no new people around the company. No new people. So when Crawford came around the company, he brought 2 lawyers with him. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Tell you that right now. Red flag. When he brought two lawyers with him, it was a red flag. Red flag, you already knew. Then the nigga bring 2 lawyers with him. Come on, red flag. They said the dude Al Heyman don't like nobody new around the company. They said Al Heyman don't like nobody new around the company. Why? Everything, how he move and screams drug dealer. And when you got a drug dealer, what a drug dealer moving like? He moving like somebody illegal. No new friends, no new connects, no new plugs. Come on, everything is secrecy. Come on, how many do the drug dealer make sure the young niggas in the trap eating like that? They all got jury? Hell no. There's a pyramid. And the pyramid is very, very pointed at the top. That pyramid is like this. It's very well rounded. And it's a couple niggas plus him at the top getting money. That's all it is. And everybody else is just, getting by. Go watch The Wire when D'Angelo schooled them niggas in the yard about the pawns and the kings and queens. And how the pawns can never be the kings and queens on the board. They always stay pawns. You will never be Avon Barksdale. You will never be Marlo Stanfield. You will never be that. You always gonna be a pawn. And a lot of people over at PBC is figuring that out. That's why they leaking so much shit about the company. That's why you gotta tread cautiously when you talk about black business. You hate to say it, you gotta tread with caution. He said the boxing community being a little so hype about Frank Martin. Let's see what he does against a guy before the elites, Pit Bulls, Rayo, Colbert. Man, he beat the shit out of Colbert, man. Colbert don't want to fight. He beat the shit out of Gary Russell, too. Niggas don't want to fight no more. Get paid PBC from a high price fight with Crawford instead of trying to tell him he ain't work. They don't want to bake no bread with him. You thinking logically. They don't think logically. He said, "Been listening to PBC fighter interview close since I found your podcast. You definitely right. They all say they ain't eating without actual seeing. I'm telling you, I want to stay active. Just pay attention, dude. And talk to so many people behind the scenes, bro. Like, why do I need to go to the fight and I can get all the information, better information than niggas that go to the fight? Why? I don't have to talk to this manager, this fighter about for what? I ain't even gotta ask. You know, okay, you want to get away from the family. I get it. I definitely get it. Like, oh shit, I got an excuse to get away. I get that. I understand that for some of y'all. Sometimes just a good getting away vacation, whatever. You get to go off, change the scenery stuff. It's cool. I ain't mad at it. But I don't be really feeling the need to really go. Like, bro, you know, I'll be no real super fights and shit. It's cool going to Vegas and going to New York. You know what I'm saying? You know, going out to Cali and all that type of stuff. But to me, if I'm gonna go, it ain't about going to no fight. It's about going to enjoy the amenities of the city they fighting in. Simple as that. I'm going. They fighting in Vegas, man. You know, at this point, unless they having a real good fight, it's fucking Vegas. Going to Vegas and enjoy Vegas. Going to eat. Going to shop. Yo, you believe Al Heyman's worth? For me, definitely worth more than 15 million. Berto said in an interview a year or two ago that Heyman instills in his fighters that nothing outside of PBC matters. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. All that's brainwashing. Of course. Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter what you do out here. And, you know, of course he's telling y'all that. Well, your career right now, Jamil Charlo did a lot of his career, but most people still don't consider him pound for pound. Look at Jamal Charlo sitting on the pine. Deontay Wilder, you know, they go get Tyson Fury off the couch instead of making a deal with Anthony Joshua, him being undisputed and walking away, undisputed, one of the greatest fighters of all time. Come on. Come on. Where else we need to go with it at? Gary Russell, never fought Leo Santa Cruz. Come on. Come on. Excuse me. Come on. Tell me, nothing matters outside of PBC. It's a brainwashing cult. What you mean what don't matter? If I want to go out there and fight Manny Pacquiao for years ago, don't that matter outside of PBC? Well, we brought Pacquiao to y'all. Al Heyman ain't selling nothing but dreams, bro. He sell imaginary birds. Thank you, Detroit Frank is ours now. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Take them. How long you think it'll be before you completely eliminate cash? I don't know, man. Yeah, after that, you're going to be buying shots of air. My cousin was talking shit about that shit. He was dead ass serious. You're going to be buying shots of air. You're going to be buying shots of air, nigga. Like, you know. But, yeah, they're going to try to eliminate cash because they want to be able to track everything. And that's why they're trying to regulate crypto. So once they regulate crypto, you ain't too far behind from eliminating cash. I mean, I remember we used to go in some of these neighborhoods and, you know, Delray over here in Detroit and some of them Southwest neighborhoods, and used to be able to go buy a house and you renovate on the house, you break down the drywall or you knock down the wall, you go under the floor. It's fucking $100,000 in the floor. That's kind of what Big Meeching them from and all that. You know, there's 100,000, 50,000 in the wall. You know what I'm saying? That's why they want to eliminate cash. And then also, then you really eliminate, you know, the regulation of drugs too. How you gonna buy drugs? That's why they regulating, you know, cash apps and PayPals and shit. At some point, the ideal thing about it is really for gold to be the currency. But that's kind of really the, you know, kind of the object. They want gold to be the currency. You slide a card and they take your gold away. That's kind of really the idea. But, you know, at one point, but now everything is electronic, of course. They want to track everything. That's why they legalized marijuana. Cut the marijuana man at his legs. And obviously it's the dudes who got the fire in the street. Of course, they still going to be that guy. But they want to regulate everything. Why go do something illegal when I could do it illegal? And then they delivering the marijuana to your door. You know, a lot of people say, well, smoke, you know, stress relief, whatever. I'll tell you this about people. People always, one thing about people, if everybody doing it, 9 times out of 10, it's too good to be true. It's just the easy way out. A lot of people smoke to go away. That's what, when you come off your high, you still about to get fucking, you still in trouble. You still got to go turn yourself in. That's how I look at it as. So I get it though. Like, shoot, yeah, I have a drink every now and again, you know. You know, I kind of dabble this and that, but I really ain't no drug person, dude. Like I do edible on my birthday or something like that. That's about it. I really ain't. That ain't just really been my thing. Smoking weed kind of make me sleepy, dude. It's Josh. That's good sleep though. Good for sleep. He said Josh Taylor going to beat Terence Crawford next big fight. Seems like Crawford is a big lineup for a great fight for Spence. Yeah, he ain't fighting Spence. Probably be Taylor got to win against Catterall. Shit, he might be Catterall and Taylor. It's Crawford. Shit, you never know. What's up, AB? Salute. Ronaldo, salute. But yeah, they talking about Terence Crawford in 120,000 buys. That's what they saying. You're hearing articles. You're hearing Baby Mama Boy drop one of Baby Mama Boy's bond. I'll drop a Baby Mama Boy bond for you.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking
right?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
All right. So yeah, so they're saying they did 120,000, and like I said before, I don't really, you can't regulate. You have no regulation over on apps. So you have no regulation of pay-per-view numbers only if you use the cable companies, and they don't release pay-per-view numbers. So, like I said, do I believe it do 120,000? I don't believe it did 120,000. If around my guesstimation, I probably did half of that, maybe 70,000 at best. Deontay Wilder did 75,000 versus Andy Ruiz, even though they didn't do a lot of great promotion. I didn't really see BLK do a lot of great promotion in Detroit, but then again, maybe they promote the hell out of Nebraska. Maybe a lot of people in Nebraska and Iowa and the surrounding areas, bought the fight. And, at the end of the day, he was a household name through HBO. He was a household name through ESPN. So he does have a fan base, but doing 70,000, 50,000, that's still 20,000 more than Keith Thurman did versus Barrios with Showtime behind him. He did 120,000. That's still almost more than double than what Wilder did with Robert Hernandez with Fox behind him and PBC behind him. So they telling people that Terence Crawford don't have no options. He ain't got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. I mean, like I said before, man, you gotta, they go on the line talking about this check bounced and ain't nobody get paid and this, that, and the third, and making up these lies instead of running with something like what Adrien Broner said with validity, something that Sean Porter co-signed with validity, something that Hugo Centennial Jr. co-signed with validity, something that Andre Bordeaux apparently said in an interview a couple years ago with validity. Come on. Charlo's been saying we don't pick our fights, validity. Errol Spence said that Charlo can't, if I can't fight him, Charlo can't get him. That's validity. Those are valid things to say. Those are valid talking points. That's factual. Instead of running off with fake tweets and fake sources and fake rumors and fake people that don't exist, who don't have no connection. You see how they want to run off with the hate, and it's like they sitting here and they trying to be PBC's, mouthpiece, like they made that fake tweet about Errol Spence a couple like early this year or last year. We talking about factual things. What T.I. say? He put my head on an alien. But what he had a Lucky Charm suit on. That's factual. That's factual. He was in a Lucky Charm. Lil Flip was in a Lucky Charm suit. That's factual. You know what I'm saying? You put my head on an alien body. T.I. said that's not true. We talking about the facts. We talking about facts. We talking about facts. We talking about facts. AB, Charlo, Wilder. Come on. Errol Spence. We talking about facts. This is not no behind the scenes shit. These are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it up. But let them have a fake tweet or a fake rumor from a nigga who ain't got no sources. Them niggas running off with any type of lie. Terence Crawford go over there with God. Nigga, fuck God. Nigga, like, oh, man, ain't even a real God. And like, they get the hating on God and shit. Ronaldo, salute. They get the hating on God, bro. Oh, nigga, that ain't the Holy Spirit, nigga. Fuck the Holy Spirit. You be like, damn. Whatever Terence Crawford do, they got some disdain for him. But I don't see Virgil, Jerron Ennis, Errol Spence, Jamil Charlo. Ain't none of them niggas trying to slide. Ain't none of them trying to be like Doughboy and them and slide on the ops. None of them. It's all talk. It's all talk. Espinoza lying. Daniel Kinahan can't be involved in this and all this type of stuff, man. They gon' They gonna get theirs. Trust and believe me, bro. I told you that's why Espinosa's wife don't want to be with him. Look at that video. He all trying to be in the camera. She like, nigga, fuck on. All that, nigga. You know. And we ain't talking about like Terence Crawford, the other, he the brother. They ain't had no disdain like this for Canelo Alvarez when he popped hot. When it was talked about him stacking his glove, man, shit, they wasn't even in outrage when Stevie Kim and Oscar De La Hoya then was calling Al Heyman Black Hitler. It wasn't even no. I'm kind of watching this Michigan North Carolina game too. It wasn't even no disdain for that. They wasn't in arm. Terence Crawford say, man, I'm about to get this dude tooth pulled. It just will not come out. They had no disdain. He said when they do it, it's all right. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. He said, are they going to try to block Shakira from fighting Frank Moore? Man, damn, what he just said about that Berto tweet. I'm about to put that on the screen. Oh, let me find that Berto tweet. He'll answer go right here on the screen. And what's so the thing about it is nothing outside of PBC matters. Some things inside of PBC don't matter neither. It ain't like, on PBC, they go out there and they make the biggest and the best fights in-house. They don't. They can't even make deliveries on their same block. You can't even go from 1501 to 1500 to deliver a package. You can't do it. You can't do it. So it's not even like they making the best fights on their own block. Tell me I'm lying. It's not even like they making the best fights on their own block. They not. They're not making the best fights on their own block. They not. And if they was making the best fights on their own block, cool. But they not. Guess what? If they was making the best fights that constantly could be made at PBC, on PBC, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, cuz. We wouldn't. We wouldn't. Next fight up, if it's Errol Spence and Thurman, if Errol Spence and Fondor, if it's Errol Spence and Jamil Charlo, we niggas gonna be moving on. They not making the best fights that need to be made on their side of the streets. It's always you gotta wait. So if we gotta wait to make fights that's doable at PBC, that's in the PBC realm of things, and we gotta wait for them fights still. What you think Terence Crawford gotta wait for? What you think Demetrius Andrade gotta wait for? They can come on, they can say, well, I'm free, I'm ready to fight. You gotta get in the waiting line. You gotta get in the waiting list. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. GK Black salute. You gotta wait. We don't care. You gotta wait. At the end of the day, they just don't want to make fights. And Bob Arum was on that tip. Bob Arum, the product of a lot of fights. He had to learn the hard way. If you don't make fights, then shit, you ain't gonna be on TV. You just ain't gonna be on TV. You're gonna be in trouble. They could be in trouble too, honestly. Truth be told. They can be in trouble, honestly. Real talk. That's a whole different story, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Y'all any questions I answer, but they ain't even trying to make fights on their side of the street. And if they did, dude, we wouldn't be having this conversation, dude. And they probably would have more they would probably have more financial success over there. They probably have more TV deals over there. Easily. But when you gotta twist their arm just to make fights on their side of the street. You got to sit there for years to wait for Sean and Keith Thurman. You got to sit there years to wait for Danny and Sean and Danny and Keith. You got to wait all them years for Sean and Keith and Earl and Keith and all that. You got to sit there and wait. Come on. If they not making fights on their side of the street with they fighters, what makes you think I can go integrate Tyson Fury, integrate Anthony Joshua, integrate? It's gonna be hard. Only reason Tyson Fury got integrated over there, and they thought Tyson Fury was worth something, they would have made him sign a deal over there. They didn't. Deontay Wilder came up off of Deontay Wilder came up off of Deontay Wilder. Nobody talking about that. Tyson Fury came up off Wilder and PBC. It ran the top rank. And then all of a sudden, the top rank and Frank Warren, Queensberry Promotions relationship got strong. Oh, that was by Deontay Wilder. What if Deontay Wilder didn't give Tyson Fury the motivation to come back? He probably still be on his fucking couch because him and Anthony Joshua ain't never fighting. Come on, Al Heyman making more stars outside of his stable than in his stable. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tyson Fury was able to come get a shot at the WBC title without having any strings attached to PBC. He was able to come over there and get a title without having to sign a contract. Think about that for a minute. Without having options. They allowed him to run over there with Bob Arum. Mikey Garcia was allowed to come to PBC. 913 box. He was allowed to come to PBC. Get a tune-up. Get Broner. Get Easter. Get Errol Spence. He was able to leave, go make some money with Eddie Hearn. Oh, stay over there, go make some more money with Eddie Hearn. Come on. Jesse Vargas was able to, come over there, go to Top Rank, come over there, go to the zone, do what he wanted to do. Now Jamal could go to the zone and try to fight Canelo. They gave him an offer. Al Heyman said, "No, nigga, you can't take that off." Oh, yes, sir. I was won't take the offers. No. The black fighters can't go get their bag. But Jesse Vargas gonna get his bag. He let Danny go get his bag because he fucked with Danny like that. He asked for $10 million for Keith Thurman services. Keith Thurman didn't ask for that money, but Keith Thurman got to answer that question when he come to interviews. Al got him out here looking stupid. You got so many people protecting PBC. Anybody protecting PBC at this point, knowing all this information that we talking about and some more, or just about as much information, a little bit less, they had a problem with boxing. How you defend not making the best fights available on your side of the street and in general? You can't defend it. How can you defend? I remember I heard Fanon say, "Well, he liked where boxing was at the point in time." Ain't nothing to like about this. Ain't no real boxing fan believe that. Anybody that know what boxing poses look like when it's clicking on most of all his cylinders or half his cylinders, no, it don't look shit like this. Fights are being fought verbally. Fights are being fought on Twitter. Fighters that's been turning down title shots. Fighters are going around, calling people out, but then say, "I need to tune up," or "I'll fight him in 2028 or something like that. It ain't what boxing supposed to look like. It's supposed to be on site. Jeffrey Bowright said, "I'm proud of Bud, them solid numbers. It proves that he can sell his own. Unfortunately, it won't get Spence to sign and make the fight. Ain't happening. People ain't gonna make Spence. You can't make no grown man do shit. The only person that can make Spence do something he don't want to do is what? Al Heyman. That's it. If y'all got any questions, I'll answer them. It's Al Heyman. That's it. That's it. It's as simple as that. And a lot of people pledge allegiance. A lot of these dudes pledge allegiance to PBC and don't even know why. A lot of these dudes pledge allegiance to PBC and don't even know why. Because you can't respect the company who ain't giving the fans what they want. You hear what Broner kind of say, like, boxing is lonely and, fighters, I'm paraphrasing, got to do what's best for them. Cool. But how you going to disrespect the people that pay your bills? You know what? Keep your money in your pocket. Stream this shit. Don't even watch it no more. Don't talk about it. Shit. I go take my money and donate it to I don't know what bowl this is, South Alabama and Western Kentucky. Meanwhile, more than half of Mayweather old fights are owned by the Zone. They probably leasing them. Al, they father figure. Swaggy D might be a little bit more than that, but it is what it is. Crawford doing solid numbers. Allow Crawford to be happy. Errol Spence already know he's shady, and they gonna look back and they regret this shit by Al Heyman, bro. Mark my words. It's gonna be a class action lawsuit. They all gonna go in on a bounty hunter to bring him back to America or something. He gonna fake his death. I don't know what he gonna do. But had he been delivering to the fans, I would have no issue with niggas pledging allegiance to Al Heyman. Would have no issue with it. Had he been delivering the fights that we want to see, or some of them, Jesus, you ain't gonna never see them all. Don't let these old time niggas tell you every fight that should have happened. No, it didn't. 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s. Not every fight that should have happened. But Jesus Christ, can we bet 400 on that? Can we bet at least 300? Right now in boxing, we betting 0-0-0. Ain't nobody care about watching Ryan Garcia and fucking Tank Davis. Come on, who want to see that? YouTube? Come on, man, who want to see that, bro? Who really said, well, that's the fight I want to see? Come on, two mean girls fighting each other. Come on. Out of all the fights that you could see in the professional ranks, man, that shit wouldn't be in my top 50. It wouldn't. But I get it. They tell you they popular. They tell you they got followers on Twitter. Jake Paul proving that every time. And, Jake Paul got all them followers. Ain't none of them translate over to buying pay-per-views. Half of them wouldn't translate if he was on free TV. Trust me and believe me. Eventually, fighters going to start leaving PBC and start joining the band. They ain't even going to get to that. They can't leave. Al about to 2.5 from runoff on the plug. You already know it's about to happen. But 22 to 100,000. At the end of the day, tell it to his bank account. Tell it to his pockets because they saying cheese. Both our checks. What do you say? Both our names on the check say Cameron. Flashing cameras in my pocket because they saying cheese. Shout out to Cameron. Come on, y'all niggas. Oh man, he ain't do that. He ain't do this. Oh man, he ain't sell this. He ain't sell that. My nigga, tell that nigga to the 10 million or whatever he got. Tell that to his pockets. Tell that to his pockets. That nigga said, well, Terence Crawford just bought a Jaguar. I mean, nigga ain't buying no Jaguar. Hell no, nigga. Yeah, that's 1987, man. That niggas be whatever that nigga do, man. Errol Spence ain't do no fucking Errol Spence ain't did more than 300,000 pay-per-view since Mikey Garcia. Shit, he barely doing two. Him and Ugas did like 100 and what, 30, 20, something like that. They talking about Tank a star and he ain't eclipsed 100K with Showtime behind him. What that tell y'all? Yeah, them Zab people. Y'all got some more questions, I'll answer them. I'm getting down here restless. And when your tooth gonna come out, bro? You gonna make me pay to pull this tooth out, bro? I know, bro. Ready for Christmas? He said, yeah, nigga, I got some gifts, nigga. What you think about all this, bro? He don't care. He chilling. What you think about the Frank Martin fight? He said he ain't watch, bro. Your breath smell like slap that ass, my nigga. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm about to brush his teeth pretty soon. He said he lying. So what? PBC lie all the time. Look at Errol Spence out here lying and shit. They say Dallas ain't got no good food spots. You lied to me and said y'all had great food spots. If the fight was supposed to happen 23, it's still 2022 May the fight. Man, that fight ain't never happening. That's Terence Crawford walk up to that nigga and say, "What the 5 fingers say to the fat Earl Spin? Why you hit me, man? I'm calling the police. I'm gonna do a gunner." He did all that shit talking to Boosie. I'm gonna knock your boy Bud. I bet that nigga want to get in the ring with that nigga, man. That nigga stopped the nigga from getting in the ring. He ready for Mo Spence video, man. He better be glad Mo 3 gone. Cause I can really get disrespectful about that one. I can really get disrespectful. Well, I can really get disrespectful. I go Charleston White in this mouth. I go Charleston White. How Mo 3 was disrespecting this man. How Mo 3 was disrespecting this man. But you know what? Out of respect for somebody involved in a situation, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm not even gonna talk about it. He said we have great. That's what I told people. Y'all had great smooth spots. Well, what was the glorious, man? He said Bud got a better chance of getting the Charlo. Man, he said he can't fight Charlo. He said he ain't fighting no Charlos. Mo 3 had pressure on them. Yeah, he was beating their ass. He was doing some wild shit. It was more than pressure. Yeah, you know, they had to get rid of that problem. I hate to say that. The shit that I heard that he was doing all the way up here, yeah. I don't really listen to like new rap like that, so I can't tell you a song. But yeah, that nigga was on the spree. I'll just leave it at that. That's a hell of a hole. You call a city cool. I'm happy with my hell of a hole. We got good ass food spots though. We got good ass food spots up here. We got good ass food spots, and we ain't got no coon ass quarterback named Dak Prescott neither. No CD Lamb. That nigga trash. Come on, the best athlete in Dallas is a white boy, Luka. CD trash. Diggs trash. Micah Coon Parson trash. Come on, man. DeMarcus Ware ain't walking through that locker room. Michael Irvin, he ain't walking through that. Troy Aikman, he ain't walking through trash. Jerry Jones, trash. He said, I got burnt out spot. Y'all couldn't make it here in Dallas at all. You niggas are freeze to death around this motherfucker. Trash. You'll be trying to get a lift up out this motherfucker. Y'all couldn't even make it in New York City, man. Go drop them niggas off in the Bronx. Go drop one of them niggas. Drop 704 off at the Bronx. Motherfucker come back naked. I went to the Bronx and they stripped me of all my clothes. Come on, man. Out of here, man. You couldn't make it in Houston, man. You come up missing for a weekend in Houston. You couldn't make it in Houston, dude. You couldn't make it in Lafayette, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, NBA YoungBoy. Make sure you disappear. You played this, man. I ain't playing that boxing game, man. That shit trash. That's like a mobile game. Trash. I'm ready for Street Fighter to come out. I ain't no good though, but I just think it look cool. That nigga couldn't make it in Houston. Nigga be gone. Huston's Cafe. You know, see, you got a couple spots. That nigga been trash. Nigga, go on, nigga. We in Dallas. Trash. Everything in Arlington. Trash. Gotta ran 704 Joe up out of here, man. That nigga bad as hell, punching drywall. Ooh, you talk about Dallas, man. Come on, man. Shout out to Fort Worth for all the real killers at, man. Shout out to Fort Worth. Shout out to Fort Worth, man. Where it really go down there. Oh, shout out to Oak Cliff, too. I know that's part of Dallas. Shout out to Erykah Badu. Shout out to the DOC. But let me get out of here, man. 704 have a mental breakdown. Y'all, you comparing us to Detroit. Y'all running from a nigga from Omaha, Nebraska. Just let that sink in on your mind for a minute. Y'all running from Omaha. Y'all best athlete is a white boy named Luka Doncic. Peace.